Hello, good evening, everyone. A very warm welcome to our webinar tonight, and thanks for coming. And before we start, please, maybe you would like to join the Telegram channel, Passive Crypto Wealth, where you can be kept posted of upcoming crypto webinars and updates. All right. And my name is Richard, and I'm the host for today's webinar, as well as the organizer from Passive Crypto Wealth. And we have a very interesting session for you tonight. So let us begin. All right. So I would like to begin with this. Introducing to you this gentleman. Anybody want to guess who this gentleman is? Not Warren Buffett, without hair. No, not Warren Buffett. Okay, he is a Nobel Prize winner in 1952 for something that for a thesis that he wrote. Okay, and that thesis have also been used in many fund manager to help them to manage their portfolio, and it's called the modern portfolio theory. So what did this elderly gentleman came up with that is very important for all of us who is putting our money in various investments or trading that we need to do? Okay, and that is this diversification. And he says his name is Harry Markowitz, and he said that diversification is the only free lunch in investing. And do you know the reason why? Because we cannot control the market forces, right? We cannot control the trading, the trader, or what, whichever politician is going to tweet. But the only thing we can control is we can allocate our funds into a variety of stocks, funds, or different asset classes. So as long as not all of them crash at the same time, we should do relatively well, right? This simple concept is the foundation for modern portfolio theory. You can Google that, and that won him the Nobel Prize in 1952. So with that in mind, the next question you might have is diversify into what, right? So traditionally, you can diversify into stocks, you can diversify into bonds, you can diversify into properties, into gold, into options, into forex. You can diversify into so many things. So just look at your own portfolio and see whether are you diversified enough or not. All right. So and now we can also, in the last 10 years, diversify into this new asset class called crypto, right? So today we are going to be touching on this crypto. Now, some of you here may be familiar with crypto. Some of you may think that crypto is a scam. Well, I do not deny that many scams use crypto, but crypto is not a scam, all right? So why do I say that? Let's take a look. This is Kevin Walsh, and in a recent interview on this TV program, he says that if Bitcoin never existed, gold will be rallying even more right now. But he guessed that if you are under 40 years old, Bitcoin is your new gold. And this is coming from a US Federal Reserve governor named Kevin Walsh. So if you're here today and you're under 40, then Bitcoin is potentially your new goal. And for the people who like myself who is over 40, then we will probably have the old goal and also some new goal lah. Right? Okay, so who else is looking at Bitcoin, right? This gentleman is a former Canadian Prime Minister, and he recently said that Bitcoin could possibly be the future reserve currency of the world. Oh, that's interesting, right? So what else? Even the institutions are paying attention to Bitcoin. And one of the biggest ones is this institution, this fund house called Grayscale. They are managing about 20 billion US dollars of assets, and they have about 17 billion dollars worth of Bitcoin, right? And their Bitcoin fund has grown by about 291% in 2020. Not bad, huh? Not bad. And since inception in 2013, it has gone by like 19,000%. Can you imagine the kind of number? And that's on Bitcoin. They have the foresight to recognize Bitcoin as an investment, as an asset class back in 2013 already. So that's why this Bitcoin has attracted, and crypto industry has attracted a lot of attention from all kinds of people. Now, who else have taken attention to crypto and Bitcoin, right? So there is a big news that happened in Singapore in December. You want to guess what is it? Okay, so I won't hold you back. The big news is this. Our very own Singapore bank, DBS, will be launching a full service digital exchange to provide services for the crypto market. All right, so this news was announced on the 10th of December 2020. Now, even our national bank is paying attention to it. So next time, you can even maybe log into your internet banking and transact Bitcoin. But for now, if you look at the news article, they will be trading in 4 fiat currency: Singapore dollar, US dollar, Hong Kong dollar, and Japanese yen. And for a start, they will be dealing with Bitcoin, Ether, Bitcoin Cash, and XRP. But there is a small little problem, okay? And the small little problem is that when they launch this service, it will only be available to institutional investors and accredited investors. So for those of us who are not, then what do we do? If we want to buy some Bitcoin, we want to buy some Ethereum, where can we go? Right? So, well, stay tuned tonight and you will find out how. Okay, so let me move on. Okay, coming back to this summary slide, it is very important for those of us who are holding traditional assets to consider diversifying a little bit into crypto. Okay, to gain some exposure there. Don't go all in. All right. So, and that for that reason, my partner and I, who is co-founded Wealth and Joy, have started a separate community called Passive Crypto Wealth, where we will share with you educational content about the crypto world as well as services that can help you to grow your crypto wealth together. Okay, so that is what inspired us to do that. All right, so if you want to be kept posted of more crypto wealth building education opportunities, webinars, and updates, please join our Telegram channel. Please search for Passive Crypto Wealth in Telegram and then join it. All right, so let me go on now. Okay. Now, if you are holding crypto, this is a very important lesson for all of us, including myself. I must also remind myself, this programmer could be $292 million richer if he can remember his password to his hard drive. Okay, so when you have some crypto, please, you must note down your password carefully, because if you lose it, gone. Okay, don't be like this programmer. Okay, so with that, I would like to make this very important disclaimer, and that is you are responsible for your own profits and losses. The speaker's opinion are their own and does not represent Wealth and Joy or Passive Crypto Wealth's opinion. Wealth and Joy Passive Crypto Wealth, its owners, partners, and sponsors are not responsible nor liable for your losses. Wealth and Joy Passive Crypto Wealth events are for educational purposes only and should not be construed as advice. And when you are in doubt, please seek professional help. All right. So with that out of the way, I'd just like you to know that if you have questions, and I'm sure you will have, please note it down somewhere, and then we will have a segment for you to ask all the questions to our speakers tonight. Okay. So let me see. And as promised in my communication to you today, if you stay till the end of the webinar, we will be sharing with you how you can receive about 30 Sing dollars worth of crypto absolutely free. Okay, so you please stay till the end of the webinar. And if you are listening in or watching this from other countries other than Singapore, not to worry, you are also welcome to receive this crypto for free, because it is open for international audience. And now I would like to share with you the topic for tonight, and that is why Bitcoin will be the best performing asset in 2021. I think if you look at the chart of Bitcoin, it is already quite amazing, right? So why will it continue to perform in 2021? And more importantly, is how can you profit from it? So I'm not the expert. Today I've invited an expert, and he is none other than Mr. Hong Qi-Yu, who is the co-founder, CTO, and CEO of the of a cryptocurrency exchange that is based in Singapore with more than 200,000 users worldwide. So without further ado, can I pass the stage to Qi-Yu, please?
Thanks, Richard. Can you hear me, Richard?
Yes, I can hear you, but can't see you.
Give me a moment. Let me turn on my video. Okay, so I think
awesome. Hello.
hello.
40 years old.
Yeah, I'm just 30s this year.
30s, yeah, so Bitcoin is your new goal, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, so please share with us and enlighten us why Bitcoin will be the best performing assets in 2021, and share with us how we can profit from it.
Sure. So give me a moment. Let me just share my slide. Okay, let's see, where is my slide? Okay, let me just share my entire screen. So can everyone see my screen?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Okay. Sorry already.
Is it a full screen right now?
Full screen right now. You can click on the little hide, the word hide at the bottom. So
okay, cool.
Away. Okay.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So actually, today we'll be talking, why Bitcoin will be the best performing asset in 2021. But I would like to add on, aside of Bitcoin, we also shouldn't forget Ethereum, right? So I didn't write it down, but Bitcoin and Ethereum, in my opinion, will be the best performing asset. And I think today is a very meaningful day, because today is actually, just few minutes ago, Ethereum just surpassed $1,400, and now Ethereum prices is all-time high since its inception. So today is a very, very good day and very, very meaningful day. I think Richard, sure got some strategy that able to predict that today is some turning point for certain cryptocurrency, right? So we choose today to talk about cryptocurrency topic, right? So very, very interesting, right? So let me kickstart today's topic. We will be introduce Bitcoin, and hopefully we'll talk a bit of Ethereum, and talk about cryptocurrency outlook as a whole in 2021, right? So as a disclaimer, I think just like Richard, this presentation is just my personal opinion, doesn't represent my company, Tokenize Exchange, right? So just take this as my 50 cents of my opinion. Okay, so just a background. I'm the founder of Tokenize Exchange. We started a cryptocurrency exchange back in 2017, end of 2017. And I'm very fortunate to be nominated as one of the 40 under 40 by Malaysian Business Magazine. I've been in 7 years in this IT industry, starting my career as cybersecurity, then go through all the infra verticals like system engineers, and serve different high-profile clients like Standard Chartered banks and also Siemens. Before I started Tokenize, I'm also a full-stack coder that build a robo-advisory solution in one of the fintech startup, right? So and with me today is Travis. Later he will share a bit more about himself. He is very passionate and started cryptocurrency ventures with us in his early 20s, and is very sophisticated in currently the rising trend called DeFi, and he will share with you all a bit more about himself later, right? So let me just enter the topic straight away to look into this chart. Unfortunately, I don't know how to do the poll here, but normally I will start my presentations to chat with the audience here, like how many of you have heard about cryptocurrency, have personally, invested in cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, right? Without the insight, let me just straightforward to the chart. This chart, and this chart is a very exciting chart, right? Because as you're aware, the chart is actually looking very bullish, and in long term is looking upward trend, right? And we are looking around this area. I think we have way past 30,000 benchmark heading. We have hit to 40,000. I think last few weeks, and we are now in this interesting territory after Bitcoin has achieved 20,000 high in 2017, right? End of 2017, right? And I think one thing to highlight for this chart, which is the Bitcoin chart, is that there will be a parabolic surge and price appreciation every time after a halving, right? Like on my left, we see first halving. We see Bitcoin that consolidate around $10. After the halving, breach as high as $1,000, which is 100 times return, right? It's 100 times return. And in the recent halving, which I think if some of us might go through it together back in 2017, 2016, 2017, that's when we see Bitcoin break $1,000 record high and heading parabolic to 20,000, right? That is just happened a few years back, and that is our what we call second Bitcoin halving. And now recently, which is last year May, we experienced the third halving, and because of this third halving, the price at the near term seems consolidating. And last year around October onward, we see a parabolic price surge that surpassed 10,000 and few key resistance 14,000, and then we hit 20,000 last month. And in just a short 1 month time, we see the price has appreciated more than 100% to as high as 41,000 before now undergo a minor correction, right? So it's a very exciting time to look for, and very interesting time for this year. And I'm especially very bullish this year, and I think this is just the start of the party. I think there are still a lot of room for Bitcoin prices to appreciate, right? And I just want to touch a bit basic. Not going to be very technical. Is to maybe share for some of the beginner here, like what is halving, right? What is this term called halving? So in cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, it's very interesting. Is that the Bitcoin itself is actually just a token of appreciation, right? At the beginning, the creator, where until today, I don't think we know who is him. We just know with his pseudonym called Satoshi Nakamoto. When he started this Bitcoin and this blockchain network, right, he actually incorporate this Bitcoin token into this network as an incentivized mechanism. So all the participants who actually help to facilitate this Bitcoin network, right, they will get this token, the Bitcoin token or Bitcoin, so-called a coin, as a token of appreciations. So at the early days, right, when you facilitate over a certain blocks, right, you get 50 Bitcoin over the 12 blocks, right? Then after, the halving means the algorithm actually code every 4 years, there will be a half of the price. So from 50 at the initial days, it reduced to 25, right? Then after that, 12.5. So now we are looking at 6.25, where, every miners that actually contribute their power supply, they utilize the Bitcoin mining machines to facilitate this Bitcoin network, right? They only get 6.25 Bitcoin. So when we talk about economy 101, right, is that when the supply decrease, right, and if even the demand stay constant, right, by right, the price will appreciate, right? The price will appreciate. So I think this is what fundamentally actually drive, the whole sentiment of the market of the Bitcoin toward the higher trajectory and a higher territory, right? So that's hopefully kickstart some background about Bitcoin. And like just now, what I highlighted on the Bitcoin halving, we're talking about supply and demand. And the third point is very interesting, right? Just like gold and silver, what we know is very rare and has a scarcity. Bitcoin is the same also. When the founder incept this blockchain, right, this Bitcoin, right, there's only 21 million Bitcoin. To be honest, even today, I know that gold is rare, right, and gold has a limited supply, but I don't really know how much the gold, in terms of numbers, right, is there in the world, right, as a whole. I think we only know the circulation supply so far, but those who hasn't mined, the gold hasn't mined or the silver hasn't mined up yet, we don't really know how much more are there, right? But for Bitcoin, it's very clear and straightforward. There is only 21 million out there, right? The maximum it can go is 21 million. And the last point is technological breakthrough, right? So when Bitcoin blockchain started, everyone just think that okay, this is some new technology, decentralized, and they try and they get this Bitcoin as a token of appreciation. What they never imagine is after they get this Bitcoin, they hands on this Bitcoin already, they realize that this Bitcoin, as long as there is internet, I can transfer to anyone around the whole world. It can be in US, I'm based in Singapore. I can, through this internet, I send this Bitcoin to US, I can send to Japan, I can send to Africa, I can even send to Middle East at a maximum of 30 minutes, for the blockchain confirmation. So I think that is very technological breakthrough and groundbreaking, that aside the early adopters, the early participants, that they never realized that there is this technology, because of their participation outcome, they realize there is another dimension where this can be a value transfer. This can be something that has a potential to disrupt or change the world of remittance, the world of value transfer. So I think that's why a lot of early adopters, and even me personally, who think Bitcoin is a scam, when I know Bitcoin back in 5-6 years ago, when Bitcoin I think still $100, and when it go to 1,000, everyone made a hoo-ha. I really thought it's a scam. I thought that this is just another money game, right? Until close to 2017, when Bitcoin tried to break up $1,000, then I think that something must have gone wrong, right? How can a money game can last so long, and the price keep appreciating? This must be something I might be missed out. Then luckily, as a coder background, I went deep into a technical element and realized that indeed there is a very disruptive technology behind this cryptocurrency called Bitcoin or Ethereum. In fact, Ethereum is my first cryptocurrency, right? So I realized that there is this decentralized element that can really potentially disrupt the whole industry, and changing the world of finance, right? So that's how I get started, and after that, I went to this rabbit hole deeper and deeper, right? And another element of crypto is we closely relate with this model called stock to flow, right? Stock to flow, I think those who have traded gold and silver will be very familiar, right? It's a mechanism that you can use a scarcity of the supply, and through a certain metrics, you can actually project the price in a projectable manners, or something that you can predict on the price projections. And this model so far, the S2F, the stock to flow model for Bitcoin, it appears that it's very relevant, and it appears that so far it's very accurate. So I just want to, before I confuse you all with this fancy chart, I just want to take a step back, right? I think we take it in a higher level view first. We can see that the price projected is heading to the 1 million price arena, right? There's this potential that the price can hit 1 million, right? And so far, I just want to take a step back and share with you all. The stock to flow is very correlated with the halving, right? So if you see on the right, there's a very colorful bar here that show that 0 is purple color, and the highest 1,400 is red color. So what it means is that if it's purple color, means that it's very close to halving, right? After halving, then it will slowly back to red color. Then slowly, the time will reduce until the next halving, which is close to purple color again. And I want to just highlight using the color to highlight to you all is that if you see on the halving previously, I think we're looking on 1617. After the halving, right, you can see the red color. So normally after halving or during the halving, you won't see the price move much. But after the halving, you will slowly see the red color turn into orange and yellow. And when it turn to yellow, you will see that the price will parabolic going up, right? So if you see the same pattern, you can spot also on the previous halving. After purple, the red and orange yellow, you will see a very huge price appreciation, right? That that normally deviate from the projected line. So now we are in 2021. We also can see that the color has turned from red to orange, right? Orange and yellow, where we can expect the price will be, appreciate quite parabolic and deviate from the projected line. So I think this is the very interesting information. Of course, there's this famous saying that past record doesn't indicate future performance, right? But it's actually a very good information for us to use as a benchmark. What are the cycle that we are right now, right? So I think this is very interesting, and I definitely watch out Bitcoin market closely, right? And I think another things, sorry, which I like to use as a relative comparison is that we want to know what is the potential of this asset class, right? And we realize that Bitcoin actually is still at the very early days, right? We can compare to a lot of others valuations. I think Bitcoin recently just surpassed Visa. This is a bit based on last year, August, right? It's just shortly after a few months, August 18, Bitcoin has surpassed the valuation of JP Morgan, right? And then Visa. And recently, there is a period of time is on par with Facebook valuation, right? So this is how fast Bitcoin has go and able to compete with the potential valuation of all this stock market, right? But if you take a higher level view, Bitcoin is still at a very, very early stage, and there are a lot of price appreciation room to grow. Because if we check with Apple, in order for Bitcoin valuations as a whole to able to be on par with Apple, right, the Bitcoin need to be around 100K, right? And if Bitcoin indeed is a better replacement for gold, the whole gold market cap is looking at 9 trillion. And I don't think Bitcoin, the whole cryptocurrency right now is just surpassing 1 trillion. And Bitcoin is just dominant around 60% plus. So we are looking that Bitcoin is heading to 700 billion of the market cap only. Means that there is easily more than 11 or 12 times for Bitcoin to needed to flip in order to reach gold market cap, right? So if one day Bitcoin can reach and on par with gold market cap, Bitcoin will need to be around 500K, right? Around 500K or 450K range in terms of price. Then it can lift up to gold valuations, right? The whole gold market cap valuations. And one day, if Bitcoin can replace or Bitcoin can on par with the US M2 money supply, the Bitcoin will need as close as 1 million, right? And when we talk about 1 million, this is very interesting saying. Even me, I'm not sure how true is it, but when Bitcoin is being invented, the Bitcoin actually consists of 8 decimal points. So a lot of people thought when we want to buy Bitcoin, you must buy one unit, right? It's not really true. You can actually buy fractional. You can buy 0.000 something, right? So there is 8 decimal for Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin can reach 1 million, right, the smallest decimal actually is symbolized 1 cent of US dollar. It's 0.01, right? So with 8 decimal, it made Bitcoin when 1 million, the smallest unit can be 1 cent of US dollar. So there's this interesting saying and interesting projections that at the early adopters predict that Bitcoin is meant to be worth 1 million US dollar in a time to come, right? But only time will tell whether is this possible or not, right? But it's very interesting to take a step back and see the trade of money that Bitcoin can consist. I think money, if for Bitcoin to be called as money or so-called legal tender is too far-fetched, and I'm not going there for today, right? But I think Bitcoin as a store of value is very interesting if you look on few components like fungibility, right? Because Bitcoin is a digital format, it's very easy to interchange, with one and another. Non-consumer portability, durability is very, all this trade, Bitcoin compared to fiat and gold is on the high side, right? Highly divisible, there's up to 8 decimal points, secure, right? Is the Bitcoin in a blockchain level ultimately is utilize the highest form of cryptography, right? So it's very secure and it's very easy transactable. So later, we will share a bit of stat how to get start, and you will realize that it's actually very easy to transact. It's very easy to get your hands into crypto like Bitcoin, and predictable supply. Remember, I just now highlight there's only 21 million, and it's not dependent by any country. So this is another debatable topic, right? Which I'm not going to there, but without any dependency on government, you also avoid certain risks that certain sovereign will consist, right? And decentralized, right? The miners, the machine is everywhere in US, in China, in anywhere in the world. So it's very decentralized, and there's no so-called single point of failure. Not like 1 point down, then the whole Bitcoin blockchain just vanish. There's no such thing, right? And it's smart, it's programmable. So we have very rare trade, of this storage of value kind of asset class, and Bitcoin fulfill all the criteria, right? So it's a very interesting asset class to explore, right? And we take a step back and also using some stats to actually to see, like so many asset class already, right? We have equities, we have forex, we have properties, and why Bitcoin, right? So I think the very interesting thing is we use some graph to do comparison with Bitcoin and Nasdaq 100 and also S&P 500 and also gold, and you will realize that Bitcoin easily outperformed, right? Through last year, just one past year, we know that equities market, from by right a bear market has shift its gear to one of the best performing year, but Bitcoin still outperform, the US indices. That DIM is one of the best indices in the world, up to almost 300% if you compare to, US indices, and also compared to gold, is looking very lucrative kind of return, right? So this is why Bitcoin really worth your time and effort, because it's currently the most return generating asset and most alpha oriented asset, right? And some of the audience might ask me, why Bitcoin all-time high in 2021? Why we say Bitcoin all-time high? Because I think the time has proved, if you compare just 1 month after Bitcoin has reached its all-time high, easily flip 100% and more this month, right, to 41K. And it seems that the momentum still not yet diminished, and it's anytime it want to come back and challenge its all-time high that it created this year to a more higher pricing, right? And why is it different with 2017? I think just now Richard has conveyed a few very important points. Back in 2017, we don't even have, the news is not about DBS is coming to do a cryptocurrency exchange or do anything related with digital asset. The news, I think I still remember 2017 when I'm trying to buy cryptocurrency, before I actually started Tokenize. The bank are actually closing the bank account of those exchanges. So very ironic. And DBS, I think, is one of the name in the news. So it's very different, right? Last time the bank trying to avoid cryptocurrency, now they are trying to stand together and try to get access to this industry. So it's a very different dynamic. And back then we don't have listed company like MicroStrategy, right? Or Square or any other, even PayPal, right? We don't have all these big names that say that they want to do cryptocurrency or they support cryptocurrency. But now these few months we can see there's rapid changes of the landscape from all these mainstream players to want to support cryptocurrency, trading and bring this access to their clients, and it means a lot of things, right? So traditionally, I believe that a lot of you are aware there's always a cycle for technological maturity and acceptance. At the early days, in any form of technology, there will be different phases like R&D, asset maturity, and decline. Some of the technology will make it, and some of the technology unfortunately cannot pass that valley and disappear and never mentioned by the public anymore, right? So what we can see right now, there is a shifting of gear in terms of blockchain, especially on Bitcoin, that there is from early adopter stage to the shift gear to the next phase, right? That's why we can see there are more mainstream players, there are more financial institutions, they are start to come in and adopt this technology, and I believe that we are changing gear from R&D to ascent phases, and very fast we will enter maturity phases, maybe in this next 3 to 5 years time, right? And also, apparently, when we see technology matured, we also see there's more clarity on regulations, right? So, for information, last year in Singapore, there's a enforcement of Payment Service Act since 28 January 2020. So, we are one of the entities that are under the Payment Service Act exemption, right? So, regulators also start to taking this seriously, because only the technology that is deemed mature, then the regulators want to look into this and also regulate this. So when we able to see there is a regulations development in certain jurisdictions, and not just one jurisdiction, but a lot of jurisdiction, then we can assume that this thing is going to getting mature and mainstream, right? So, and we are on track, right? And another interesting things is that we can see from 2019 and last year, there's increasing percentage of investor that's familiar with Bitcoin. I still remember when we started Tokenize, or when I started cryptocurrency investing, the statistic that show 10% among 10 audience, those who know Bitcoin is only 2, right? And now if you check again recently, the survey that I heard, unfortunately I'm unable to show here, but what I hear say that around 10%, we are now looking at 5 already that know Bitcoin. Means every 2% in the room, there will be 1% know what is Bitcoin. So we have seen a very drastic improvement on the numbers, and that's very, very interesting. And on my right, sorry, it's a bit small, and there are a lot of words here, but what I'm trying to highlight on the right here is that, are all the company, the big company like MicroStrategy, Galaxy Digital Holdings, Square, and so on, and the list goes on, all the listed company. Right, if you see on the right, there's a Nasdaq symbol or certain other exchange symbol on the right. They are all listed company that get access to Bitcoin investing. Right, they acquire Bitcoin and they use their cash reserve as a listed company to invest in Bitcoin. These are all sign of mainstream and adoption by the mainstream. Right, so it's very interesting to look into this space right now. And this might be a bit alien for some of you. Is about on-chain metrics. Is that to put in a simple term, is that every transaction in the blockchain has a sort of a numbers or certain record, right? So when we see on the hash rate, means that it's an indicator that the more the miners that participate, right, hash rate will increase. So we can see now it's at the record high. Right. So since inception, of the Bitcoin, from 2016, right, until now, we can see that the graph keep going up on the participations of the miners. Right. The network is just getting more participants instead of, declining or reducing. So now we are looking the hash rate and the pricing is very correlated. The higher the Bitcoin prices go, the more the hash rate is supporting behind the scene. So this is one of the interesting points to take note. And the next one, I think definitely we can also check is on the Bitcoin address. So although Bitcoin is anonymous, we cannot it's very different like bank, that every bank account is tagged to certain individual with a clarity, right? One person actually can own 10 addresses or 20 addresses, but still very interesting to see since 2017 until now, we can see their parabolic kind of increase. If you see on the right, there are parabolic increasing of the wallet addresses that being created, and the kind of growth rate and creation of the address is something that we never see so far. Is the growth is huge and parabolic, exponentially increasing, right? And you can see the few states here, like 24.5%, they are considered cruisers, 11% they are considered traders. So some of the addresses are very active, right? We can see there are more activities in the blockchain, as a whole. So all these things symbolize something, that especially there are certain addresses, like if you check on some news, right, those Bitcoin addresses that acquire Bitcoin from exchanges and they keep, and normally these addresses, they have no activities for a very long period. Means that a lot of investors that acquire Bitcoin, right, are not looking for short-term profit. They are looking for long-term, right? They are not going to sell in the immediate term. So with more and more investors that are acquiring Bitcoin and keep in their own wallet as a form of hedging, as a form of wealth preservation, right? The supply that can circulate in the market, and we all know that there is only 21 million Bitcoin, and I think just now Richard also shared some of them got 200 plus million worth of Bitcoin, forgot their password, right? It means there's very few Bitcoin out there that able to acquire, and this through the time, through a longer of time horizon, you're only getting more and more rare, right? Because everyone just buy and keep, and soon they won't have enough supply out there that are going to be acquired by upcoming investors. So it will be a cycle that keep enforcing the rarity of Bitcoin, and the scarcity of Bitcoin that you can adopt or acquire from the circulating market, right? So these are all the positive fundamental and momentum that actually help for Bitcoin price appreciation, right? And if you see the chart, in cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, there's this saying like quantitative hardening. I think quantitative hardening might be very less spoken, because currently the theme like last year is money printing, right? It's quantitative easing, how to keep depreciate the interest rate, keep lower the interest rate, and encourage more money printing and money circulations into the market. But Bitcoin act very reverse manner, right? There's no you can't print more Bitcoin. The maximum is 21 million, and until 2140, it will come to a cap, right? And with more and more Bitcoin, more and more people forget their password, and more people, investors that buy Bitcoin just to keep, the supply is going to drastically reduce. And plus having, now we are looking at 6.75. In another 3 to 4 years, we are looking the 6.75 become 3.125. So it will be only get tougher and for the new Bitcoin to be circulated in the market, right? So it become a deflationary kind of development that Bitcoin is going to get much rare through the time motion, and follow through is a price support that is only going to be getting higher and higher, right? So it's a very, very positive factor that supporting the Bitcoin prices behind the scene, right? So I hope not complicated the things or scare you all to be trying to be technical. I hope through giving all these 4 key points, you all can have a better understanding that Bitcoin is not just what is it called, speculation, right? There are a lot of dynamic and science behind the scenes that are creating the price upward trajectory, right? And I think with Bitcoin breaking 20,000 price barrier, now a lot of the mass market have a very different view, right? Because there's no loser in the market anymore. Everyone is a winner who bought previously, right? And heading to this new price territory, I think there's a very exciting time to see where this Bitcoin price can hit, from here onward, right? And I think it's really worth your time and opportunity cost to start picking up this and see where this can bring you, for this whole year. as a one of the asset class as a whole. And I will take a step back, after sharing Bitcoin, this cryptocurrency, to also introduce Tokenize, because why we started Tokenize is a very simple mission, right? When I want to access cryptocurrency, we have a challenge, right? We have a challenge that, I have Sing dollars, but I don't know where can I go to buy my first Bitcoin, to buy my first Ethereum, right? And it's so hard that time. That's why we started an exchange, we started a platform. So hopefully we can give a better access to the local here, right? Back then I have to go to US exchange, I have to go to Japan exchange to get my first Bitcoin or first Ethereum. So it's a lot of hassle. And here we are trying to simplify the whole things to give you a direct access to Sing dollars to the relevant cryptocurrency. So I will be taking a bit of introductions here. Then I will pass to Travis, later my colleague, to walk you all, how our platform works and how to get start from end to end. So what is Tokenize Exchange, right? As maybe I shared in the beginning of the presentations, we are the exchange that started back in 2017, and shortly we went into different jurisdiction market like Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, and in Malaysia we are very fortunate to be one of the 3 licensed exchanges, and in Singapore we are now under the exemption and at the final phase to obtain our license under Payment Service Act, right? So from where we started as a exchange, as a platform for our user to buy cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, Ethereum, we have spin off a lot of other verticals. We have crypto earn right now. We have we are in the midst to looking into rolling out margin trading and crypto financing, right? We have more and more vertical products where I think Travis later will try to share some of the features where you can utilize. We also have dollar cost average where it can help you to automate your recurring purchase, right? And last year, a lot of users benefit from our crypto earn features because they kickstart through our platform to buy their first Ethers, buy their first Bitcoin. After that, they don't know what to do with their Bitcoin, Ethereum. They just stick with us through our interest program. It's called Crypto Earn, and they earn more crypto through that, right? And now, the price for Ethers where they're going in has moved to 4, 5 times or even 6 times, and interest that help them to multiply their crypto also benefit from it, right? So it's a double win, right? And we have a wide range, but I'm not going to confuse you all here. So after you all able to get access to Bitcoin, Ethereum, there are a full-fledged or rabbit hole that you can go deeper, right? And from there, through our upcoming webinar sessions and certain sharings, you can find out, what is this new coin. Like every exchange, we will have exchange coin. So from this exchange coin, how can it empower your trading and investing journey? So I will keep this, as a sneak peek for futures. But just want to highlight that we do have our own exchange coin, right? And we have the whole ecosystem. And if I may, I would like to highlight is that one of the key questions that a lot of audience like to ask is that, is it safe for me to put cryptocurrency with Tokenize, right? I think the first of all, definitely as a licensed exchange in Malaysia, we have a very scrutinized process that we have to go through to uphold our investor money, right? And we have custody. We work with leading custody to have $100 million insurance in place, right? So this is all our unique propositions that how we work very hard to upkeep our investor monies, no matter Sing dollars or digital asset. For Sing dollars, we are working with one of the MAS entity, licensed entity, is called SFR, to upkeep our investor money, right? Sing dollars money. So yeah, so that's marked, the brief introductions for our platform, Tokenize Exchange. And now I will actually hand over to Travis, so that he can, take over from me to guide you all on how to kickstart your investing journey in cryptocurrency with us, right? So let me just try to go back to stop sharing, and let me go back to, to the live webinars and hand over to Travis. Okay, so I will hide behind the scene right now and pass to Travis to take on.
Hi, can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, okay. So you all can see my screen as well, right?
Not yet. I think it's
Not yet.
loading.
Okay, wait, I think it's loading. Is it
Yes.
is done?
Yes.
You all can see my screen, right?
Yes, can see your screen.
All
Maybe you
right.
can click on the hide word at the bottom so that the little
Oh,
bar
yeah,
at the bottom
sure,
will
no
go.
problem. Yeah,
Okay.
so okay. So I don't think I need to do a further introduction about myself. So maybe I'll just jump straight into, the registration process. So you guys might be wondering. So okay, so after such a a wonderful presentation by our CEO so far, how can I get access to buying this BTC or Bitcoin or Ethereum? So you can actually come to our exchange and you will give you a link to register later. So I'll briefly run you through our entire registration process, the KYC and the entire process. So I'll kind of like handhold you through. So first, when you go to the link, you actually come to this page and you just need to key in your preferred email and then a registration email will be sent to that email. And you just need to go and access the email and so from then on, we will proceed to your KYC portion. So if you guys are Singaporean, you all can use a SingPass to actually automate the entire process. You don't need to key in your NRIC, your personal details, etc. And you all can just use a SingPass to authenticate. But for those of you guys maybe not from Singapore, you guys have to manually key in the information. Yeah. So once you click begin verification, for those of y'all who are Singaporeans, you'll be brought to this page. And I will suppose you guys all have, the SingPass mobile app. And from there, you just need to click login from your SingPass and you scan the code. So they'll give you this prompt that will pop out and say like, oh, the purpose of this is to actually allow Tokenize Exchange to access this certain information, your NRIC name, etc., for the purpose of our KYC process. And you just need to simply click I agree, and then it will actually bring you back to the URL page over here, which will actually prompt you next to give you a proof of address. So this proof of address can be given in either three forms, either a full page scan of your utility bill, your bank statement, or your cell phone and internet bill. So you just need to scan, take a picture, or scan in a PDF or a JPG file, and then you just upload it. So once you're done uploading, you click next. The last portion that you need to give to us is your mobile number, and it's actually for like a 2FA verification. Just in case someone maybe you forget a password or whatnot, we can do a reset for you. Yeah. So you just give us a mobile verification. We'll send you an OTP, and then once that is done, on our back end, we'll actually do our KYC procedure. Our compliance department will process this information, and maybe because of the huge influx of user we have nowadays, it might take a few working days. So on your end, you guys need to be patient, and anything you guys can actually drop an email to info@tokenize regarding the process, and our team will definitely help you and see what the if there's any issues, we'll help to follow up with the issues. Yeah. So that is a very simple run through of the registration process. So about three steps. You just need to sign up with an email, upload your uh, link through SingPass if you are Singaporean. If not, you just need to key your personal details, upload proof of address as well as your phone number. Yeah, that's a simple few steps. So next, I'll be moving on to a demo about on our exchange about how to use it. There's roughly 3 points that I will be going through. First will be the deposit and withdrawal procedure. Next, a little bit more on how our user interface work, whether is it buying or selling or uh, any other features. And lastly is our additional product and features which she actually touched on earlier, which was crypto earn as well as other features which I'll show you guys later. Yeah. So let me run you guys through. Yeah, so after you have gotten your account, when you have logged in, right, I'll first show you guys how to actually top up your crypto the exchange with fiat, or fiat, we call it fiat, which is like SGD. So first, when you log in, you go to this top right hand corner. It should show your name over here, but I'm currently using a demo account. So you click over here and you click wallets. Yeah. So if you scroll down all the way to the bottom, you'll see over here this fiat balance. So I will assume, like, most of you guys are new to crypto, and the only way to access is actually through Singapore dollar. So over here, you just need to click deposit, and it will be deposit by transferring. So click this option and then click start to deposit. For those of y'all for those who are doing it for the first time, this won't really appear here, but so this message will actually prompt out on the first time you guys are doing. So they will prompt you how much do you want to deposit, and for users, the minimum deposit is actually 20. So you can deposit any amount from 20. And for like there's different tiers of users in our platform, but that's like for another day of explanation. So let's just say any regular user, will be up to a cap of 20K per day. Yeah, for regular users. So let's say you want to deposit 20K, you key in the amount, then you click confirm. So this prompt message will come up telling you to make a fast transfer. So I'm sure most of you guys have iBanking, and then you just need to very simply follow whatever details is given here. You just need to add a new payee. So there's a very clear information on what you need to do. You just go to your iBanking app, you add a new payee. Over here, X First Private Limited is the payee name. You search for the bank account, CIMB Bank Berhad, and you key in the account number. And lastly, I think this is quite important for Xfirst backend for them to process in a very efficient and timely manner. So in your comments in the transfer, you should actually key your mobile number when you're transferring. So when you have transferred, you just need to click I have transferred. Yeah. So just a note, sometimes we have users who click the deposit like 10K, but then they go and transfer another different amount. But so just to take note, whatever amount you key, you need to transfer that amount in order to not result in a back end mix up, and then we need to have a bit of from like email exchange in order to do ratification. Yeah. So after they have transferred, you click I transfer. So on the funds coming in, usually it should take within a few hours. But like I said, recently with the real inflow and influx of a lot of users, Xfirst on the other end, they are having like a lot of people coming in. So sometimes it might take longer. Sometimes takes up to 1 to 3 working days. So you're really need to be patient during this time. Yeah. So I've shown you how to withdraw. So I've shown you how to deposit. So I'll now show you how to withdraw. So it's basically on the same tab. You just need to click withdraw, and when you have actually done a deposit, your bank account will show up over here. So very simply, you just need to click how much you want to withdraw. Let's say I want to withdraw 20K, and then you just click confirm. Yeah, the withdrawal process is a lot easier. And maybe like I said, you guys need to be patient for the funds to come in. So yeah, that's on deposit and withdrawal. So next, I'll show you guys through our user interface. So this is our main page, and we have like a few markets, the SGD market, BTC market, ETH market, and USD. But I think for now, maybe y'all can ignore the USD market. So we'll look at these three markets today, SGD, BTC, and ETH. So when you have first funded account with fiat, which is your SGD, right? So how do you go about buying? Let's say you want to buy Bitcoin. So you'll go to markets, you click markets over here, and then let's say you want to buy Bitcoin. So you'll be under the SGD market because you have funded your account with SGD. And let's say you want to buy Bitcoin, so you'll see the ticker BTC and you click. So when you click here, you need to scroll down over here. On top is a chart, but you can scroll down over here and see this is buy, this is sell. So we have a few type of order. One is limit, one is market. So for example, you have funded your account with 20K and then you want to buy 0.01 BTC. So you'll set a price in SGD, whatever price you want to set. Maybe you want to buy it at 48K. And you just click buy. So okay, I think hold on, let me so 0.01 and then you want to buy it at 48K. So over here you will see how much is needed to execute this transaction with the fee inclusive. So this is roughly how you can buy and sell. So let's say you log in and then you are feeling very bullish. You want to immediately get in on BTC. Then you guys can do a market order of 0.01 and then you buy. So after you buy, right, and if the order is true, you go to top right hand corner, you click on orders, right? It'll show the order has been completed at what time, what type of order, and the units filled. And if say you made a limit order, it will show up on, let me just show you guys. Let's say you made a limit order at 48K. It will show up inside here, inside your pending orders. So that's a little bit on buying, selling, the different type of orders we actually have. And so I think that's for SGD. So for the other, maybe some of you guys have actually exposure to Bitcoin and Ethereum before. So maybe you guys have some spare BTC or ETH. You also can transfer to our account. Show you how to do that. So through wallets, you guys just can deposit either here or here if you have BTC or ETH. And then you guys can just trade in our BTC and ETH market. It's similar to how I actually did just now. All right, so that's a bit on how our user interface works. So maybe now I'll share a little bit more on some different types of products and like features we have to help our users potentially get an edge over other users or other competitors in the market. So we have listened to our users and we actually came up with this product called DCA. So you guys can, the crypto market is very volatile. So maybe having a strat, or rather some of you guys don't have time to every month come in and let's say you want everyone to put like 1,000 into Bitcoin, but you guys don't have the time to, or every month this time you log in and buy. So we have this very neat feature which allows you to deposit fiat and then you can set a total investment amount, which crypto you want to buy, and how often you want to repeat the purchase, for daily, weekly, or even monthly, and then how many times you want to accumulate for, and then a start date. So it's a very neat feature for those investors who are really in for the long term. You just want to accumulate BTC over a period of say 1 year, and then you can just use this very neat feature. We call it Tokenize DCA. And another feature which she shared just now was our crypto earn, which is one of our very popular products. So I'll share a little bit more on crypto earn. So crypto earn is something like you can come onto our exchange, and when you purchase BTC or ETH, you're like, oh, what so now what do I do with this BTC or this ETH that I purchased? Do I just let it sit there? What can I actually do with it? how can I make additional yield out of it? So we actually offer this product where we incentivize our users to deposit this BTC that they hold with us, and then we give them a annual rate of return at say 4% of the total amount of BTC that they have. Yeah, so they kind of have to be locked in for a month unless you are actually like premium or platinum user. Yeah, so we have a range of products for you to add from BTC to Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, the list goes on. So as you can see over here, there's a difference with or without TKX stake. Yeah, this is our exchange token. So if you guys are really keen to find out more about how TKX can actually enhance your yield, so if you see there's a difference, so if you have 2,000 TKX stake, the yield that you are getting is different. And TKX, other than this, there's many other features such as higher withdrawal and deposit limit, and also lower fees. So if you guys are keen to find out, definitely you can ask more in the questions later. Yeah, so I think that's about our two very main key products and features. And I don't want to bore you guys out too much, so I just maybe we can move on to the Q&A. But first, before we end off, I just want to share with you guys the promo code which was promised earlier, and this is actually the link that we'll send out to you guys later. And if you register through this link, you'll be entitled to receive 10 TKX, which is currently now worth around 30 SGD. So I'll paste this link inside the chat.
Travis, I've already pasted the link inside.
Oh yeah, thanks Richard. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. So I think now we can open the floor to the Q&A.
Okay, sure. In that case, thanks Travis and thanks Qi for your sharing. Let me now share my screen.
Okay, most welcome, Richard.
Okay, for those of you who have questions for our two speakers here today, whether is it on the crypto or Bitcoin trend, where is it heading, all about how you can fund your wallet, get started with your wallet, crypto wallet, please feel free to look for the chat box somewhere on your screen and then type the question in, and then Qi or Travis will be able to answer your questions, all right? So please go ahead and type it in while I share a few more slides. Okay, so let me see now. This is a very interesting information that I've gotten earlier this year, and it is a chart of many of the companies that we all know. Companies like Amazon, Apple, Visa, Microsoft, JP Morgan, Facebook, Berkshire Hathaway, Johnson & Johnson, Walmart, and Alibaba. I think everyone knows all these companies, right? So the question here is that if 10 years ago, you had invested just $100 into each of these companies, and you also put in $100 into Bitcoin, how much would your $100 investment be worth 10 years later in 2020, at the end of 2020? All right. So the question here, the answer is on this chart, very, very clear. Right? Your $100 investment in Amazon would turn into $3,300. Not bad. If you invest $100 into Apple 10 years ago, it would turn into 2004. Okay, all the numbers are there on the screen. But if you had tikam or punt or just buy $100 worth of Bitcoin 10 years ago, it would be worth a whopping $9.2 million. Okay, so today, if you just open a free account at Tokenize, you're using the promo code Wealth Enjoy or the link that you see in the chat box, you will be able to receive 10 Tokenize coin, right? And that is worth about 30 Sing dollars today. Now, Qi Yu, may I know, just last year, how much was your tokenized coin? How many times have it grown since last year?
I think we started the year with only 20 cents. So we are now looking at $3. By today, I think we reached the record high of $3.20. Yeah.
So that's like 10 times, is it, in 1 year?
Yeah, I think last year we are looking of a minimum of 10 times of price appreciation. Yep.
Okay, guys, you hear this, right? So last year, one tokenized coin was 20 cents, and now it's worth $3. That's more than 10 times gain. So today, because to thank you for your time of attending this webinar, is very generous of Tokenize to give away 10 tokenized coin TKX to each of you if you open a free account using the link that you see on the screen, or when you go to their website to sign up, you will have a space to enter the promo code. Just type in wealth and joy, and you will be given 10 tokenized coins that is worth $3, about $3 today. And who knows, 1 year later, 5 years later, how much that will turn out to be. All right. So anyway, it's free, right? So if you want to get your first step into the crypto world, you need a wallet. So you need to buy crypto, right? And then if you have some gains in your crypto, you need to sell it for fiat, right? Or you want to swap between one crypto to another crypto, so you need an exchange. So that's why for this webinar, I've especially invited a licensed exchange in Malaysia, and they are on their way of getting their PSA license as well in Singapore to share with us about their views about the crypto market as well as their platform, so that we can all have a wallet where we can buy, sell, or convert between cryptocurrencies. So that would be the first step that everybody needs in order to step into the world of crypto, right? So, okay, so the next chart that I'd like to share with you is how much trading volume is there in the crypto world. So according to the DBS press release last month, when they announced their digital exchange, they say that it is estimated in 2019 the global daily volume to be about 50 billion to 100 billion US dollars worth of crypto being traded. And that was in 2019. I think by today, the number is a lot higher. All right. And the CEO, the group CEO of DBS also said in this press release that there is an exponential pace of asset digitization, right? And it creates immense opportunity. And Singapore is planning to be a global financial hub, and DBS want to prepare themselves to welcome the mainstream adoption of digital assets and currency trading. So that's not I say one, it's DBS say one, okay? So we are living in very interesting times, right? When what Qi have said about 5 years ago, all these banks are shutting down bank accounts that belongs to crypto exchanges, and now they are doing it themselves already, right? So what a change of the acceptance of digital currency in the mainstream. Okay, so I think there is another very famous lady called Katie Woods. She is the founder of this ARK Investment. If you don't know who is ARK Investment, just Google ARK, A-R-K Investment, and she is touted to be the modern days Warren Buffett. And if you look at the stock symbol ARRK, and you can see that it has grown by how many 100 times in last year, right? So that's why she has climbed to fame. And part of her holdings, part of her investment includes, of course, Tesla, right? And then also about 10% worth of her fund was in Bitcoin. Okay, and in this article that was dated November 23rd of 2020, she said that Bitcoin, one coin, could be worth 500,000. So now we look at Bitcoin, it's like, well, I don't know how much, right? 20, 30, 40,000, and we think it's high. She feels that it can have the potential to reach 10x from there. So please don't go show hand to buy your Bitcoin now. Okay, always go put in an amount that you are willing to lose. Okay, that you won't lose sleep over. So remember the disclaimer that I have shared, and as well as this Qi has shared. Okay, so do not put in a lot of your assets into crypto. If you want to have a exposure into crypto, put in a little bit. Like even for Katie Woods, her fund she limited to only less than 10%. Okay, so don't go all in. So it's very volatile. Okay, so I'm just citing what she has said. All right. So just now, Qi have shown a chart where there are multiple listed company who have committed their own reserves into buying Bitcoin. Okay, so here is the chart where I found on the website, on the internet, and the stock symbols are also there. Now, this webinar is being recorded. So after the session, if you want to look at exactly what is the company, you want to look at a stock chart, go ahead. You can come back and revisit the video and look for this chart, and then it's all there. Some are listed in NASDAQ, Canada, US, Australia, UK, EU, and even Germany. These are public listed companies that have invested part of their funds into Bitcoin. Okay, so let me move on. Yes, okay, so this is the same thing. I've already pasted this information as promised. This is with compliments of Tokenize Exchange. Thanks to Qi for giving out up to about 30 Sing dollars worth of crypto absolutely free for anyone who register a free account with Tokenize. Okay, so remember to key in the promo code Wealth Enjoy and you will get 10 TKX coin that is worth about $30. And this promotion will end on the 31st of January. So if you have friends who wants to get free crypto, please share with them this link and how to get the free crypto. And if you are watching us from internationally, feel free to open the account with them. Tokenize have over 200,000 users worldwide. So you're most definitely welcome to open an account with them and go through their KYC, and then you'll be able to receive this free crypto. Okay, so with that, I'd like to now look at the questions that you have asked, and then I'll post it to Qi and Travis. All right, ready, guys?
Yeah. Thanks, Richard.
No problem.
Awesome.
Okay, so let me see. So this question comes from Victoria. She asks, what is your predicted price of Ethereum for this bull run? Oh, got crystal ball.
I'll be like how to say my whole power. I don't know what to put in English, but before Ethereum reach 1,004, I'm very confident that it will definitely will revisit 1,004. So we just break 1,004 today, and it went to uncharted territory, right? So I think now it's a very exciting time, right? It's very hard for me to predict how high it will go, because with those who willing to buy at 1,004, I believe minimum short-term profit target that they are looking is easily more than 50%, right? So it's very hopeful right now, right? But it's very hard for me to fix a number. Yeah. What do you think, Richard? Pass back to you.
Yeah. Okay. As trader investor in traditional assets. Just my opinion lah. Just follow price, right? Price go up, follow. Price go down, cut, get out, run. Don't hope. So that's me lah. So each of you will need to develop your own preference and a style that fits your psychology, right? So I have friends who average down into Bitcoin, so of course they are laughing all their way to the bank now lah. But I don't belong to that group lah. So you have to find the style that fits you. Okay. So and very importantly, do not put in an amount you're not willing to lose. Because I remember the times that Ethereum went down to as low as $180, and it's not too long ago. I think it's about 3 years ago. $180.
Yeah, I think last year March we are just looking, Ethereum. Yeah, they're trying to reach 300 and drop to 88. Yes. Yeah, we shouldn't forget, the Ethers has climbed from 88 until today, right?
Last year.
Last year March only. Last year March.
Now how much? 1,004.
Now I think today we just see the record high around 1,440. 1,440. Yeah. Before now, I think you go back to retest its previous resistance, and hopefully can turn support at 1,004. So let's see how it will go for the next few days. Yeah.
Right. So crypto is definitely not for the faint-hearted. It's F1. You buy 1,004, maybe you'll go to 14,000, but don't forget, it can also go to $80 just last year. Okay, so exercise restraint when you commit your funds into crypto. All right. So okay. So let me move on to the next question. Let me see. Okay, Ninja is asking, for tokenized USDT deposit, is it only via the ERC20? Is there the TRC20 for USDT deposit? Wow, this one a bit
Yeah.
technical, man.
Yeah, I think that's a good question, technical one. But yeah, at this juncture, we only support ERC20 deposit for USDT. That's right. Yeah,
Okay.
we don't support. Yeah, TRC. TRC is Tron blockchain. We are not a fans for Tron. We'll be very honest here. But so yeah, at this juncture, we've not supported that. But definitely, we'll keep the community posted if we have plan in the future. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Qi. Okay, Ninja, I hope that answers your question, and Victoria as well. Next one comes from, let me see, Mervin. He's asking, what is TKX and how can it be used?
This one will be totally, we need another session to walk through that. but to keep it simple, because today, we're very fortunate to have invitations by Richard to this program, to this webinar. So we are giving out free TKX, right? So you can kickstart your TKX, the free one, through register, using Wealth and Joyce promo code, and get your hands on it. And soon we believe we will organize one webinar to discuss more in depth, what is TKX. Right.
Okay, cool. So, word of advice, if you see $50 on the floor, take So here today there is a $30 on the floor, take 10 TKX. Maybe next year you'll be worth $300, and maybe 5 years later you're worth 3,000. Who knows, right? So $100 worth of Bitcoin 10 years later become 9.2 million. Yeah. So TKX 10 years later can hit 9.2 million.
I think only time will tell, right, Richard? Only time will tell.
Okay. Yeah, so my suggestion is just take first, and then maybe we will have another session, and then we'll invite Qi and Travis again to share with us how this TKX can be used. All right. So, okay, Mervin, I'll leave. I hope that answers your question there. It's not exactly the answer you need, but at least it gives you an answer of the next step that can be done with a TKX. Now, CY is asking, a tokenized Malaysia have no crypto earn.
That's right. For now, Malaysia, we are unable to support crypto earn yet. We are because, as you're aware, we are a licensed exchange in Malaysia, and it require a regulator's approval. So at this juncture, yeah, he's right. Malaysia does not, comprise crypto earn yet.
Right.
Yep.
So, can the Malaysians open the Singapore website account?
I think the baseline is to have a Singapore account. As you have a look on Travis walkthrough, right, you require Sing dollars funding, right? So I think that's very crucial. If you have Singapore banking facility that you can do a transfer, of course we welcome you, right? But if not, there's no point for you to open a Singapore platform also, because you can't fund your Sing dollars into our Singapore platform. I think that's the baseline. Yeah.
Right. Okay, thank you. CY, I'm sorry, you need to wait a bit longer for Malaysia for the crypto earn. Okay, so that also comes to the next related question, which is from K. K is asking, must the deposit be in SGD? Maybe K,
Yeah.
international market. Can they bank wire USD or something like that?
Understand. So only this month we open up US dollar funding option. It's still a very so-called a pilot test. But the short answer is yes. But you have to sign an account and wait for us to announce that funding option. Previously, for international, they are only able to trade crypto to crypto. But now they have a possibility to fund US dollar with us. Yep. Hope that answer his question.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, Kay. I hope that answers your question. For now, it is Sing dollar, and previously internationally, it's only fund cryptos, convert to another crypto, and then just this month they have started to make available the US dollar funding option for international clients. But you just so for now, just open the free account and then wait for their announcement for the specific details on how to fund using US dollar bank wire. Okay, Kay. Thank you for the question. Next question is from Catherine, and Catherine is asking, is the tokenized account, is her tokenized account also a wallet?
I think the short answer to that is yes, because every exchanges will have wallet, right? So in another way to say is that by having an account with us, you can leverage on our Bitcoin wallet, Ethereum wallet, and any cryptocurrency that we support, right? You can leverage on the wallet there, and sort of you also have a wallet for you to fund in your Sing dollars and US dollar. Yeah, hope that answer the audience questions. Yeah.
Okay. Let me just expand on that and double check with you, Qiyu.
Yeah, sure.
When they fund, when they transfer SGD, they will end up in the SGD wallet inside Tokenize. If they fund US dollar by bank wire, it will end up as in their US dollar wallet in Tokenize, right? So when they let's say then they buy the Bitcoin or Ethereum, then the Bitcoin or Ethereum that they bought will remain in their Bitcoin or Ethereum wallet with Tokenize, correct?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Okay.
So just now, actually, Travis managed to glance through the wallet page. So as you can see, there is a page that's fully on the wallet that you can see different cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, Ethereum, or even TKX. Then after that, at the below, you can see the fiat wallet where you see Sing dollars and also US dollar. So all in one page. Yeah. So like one dashboard. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want, I can actually bring it up now. If you're interested in
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, sure. Why not?
all right. Hold on.
Hmm.
I mean, wait, I'm not sharing at the moment. Right?
No, you can stop sharing my screen and then you can start sharing your
All
screen.
right. Okay. So let me know when you guys can see.
Loading, loading. Still loading. Okay.
Still loading.
Yep. See your screen already.
Yeah, so like I mentioned just now, to fund the wallet, you just go to wallet. So over here, yeah, you guys can see each crypto has available balance in order, as well as the total amount you have in the uh account for this particular cryptocurrency, and you can see the approximate account value. Yeah, so it's a very straightforward UI, as you guys can see.
So just now there's a pop-up that shows a QR code. So what do you click to get a pop-up?
Wait, sorry, QR code.
Yeah, if you click on one of the wallet, you will pop up a QR code.
Oh yeah. So yeah, just now I show you guys, if you all want to deposit BTC or Ethereum, it will actually, when you click deposit, it will actually show you guys the address to deposit to.
Right. So in the crypto world, okay, in a traditional world, this wallet thing is like a multi-currency account. Can I say that? Like a bank account, but multi-currency account.
Not exactly. I would say like each currency, let's say Bitcoin has, you just roughly see like 33 blah blah blah, right?
Yep.
Then if you see like Ethereum, it will be actually a different one. So I mean,
Ah,
a
okay.
little bit more that the users will have to read on about how the addresses work, but that's a little bit more research you guys need to personally read up on. So each wallet contains a separate address, because they exist on like different blockchain, so they'll have different uh, numbers, is to signify a different wallet.
Right. So it's like, okay, let me put it another word. So it's not a multi-currency account. It's like you have a bank account, you have one internet banking that you log in, like say OCBC or DBS. Then inside there, you can have many different accounts. A current
Yes, then
account,
like
a
each
savers
currency
account.
has like a address.
Right. And then the bank account number is like the address lah.
Correct.
Okay, understand. Okay, great. So let me take
Yep,
back the screen for now. And then we'll go back to the questions. Okay, let me see. So Catherine, I hope that answers your question. It is a wallet. I think it is also commonly referred to as a hot wallet. Am I correct to say that? Because the wallet exists like with the exchange. Okay, let me move on. Okay, Victoria is asking, when you participate in the crypto earn with TKX staked, I saw we will get about 7% yield. I double check I want to double check that we are getting Bitcoin, right? Not TKX tokens.
Yeah, yes, correct. You are right. So when you guys actually participate in the crypto earn, whatever percentage you guys see there. So for example, you put 1 Ether or 1 BTC. If we put that 4%, so agak 1 year, if you put that 1 year, at the end of the year, you'll get as in you'll get 0.04. So total you'll end up with 1.04 BTC. Let's say you put it at 1st Jan and then you take out at 31st December at the end of the year. Yeah, that's roughly how it works. You don't get in TKX, but you get in the native currency that you put in.
Okay. Thanks, Travis. Okay, Victoria, I hope that answers your question. Let me see. And John is asking whether there's a limit to withdrawing Bitcoin per day. I guess means putting coin to fiat.
Yeah, I think on the Bitcoin definitely there's a limit, but the limit will be like quite on a high end. I think we are looking. I cannot remember, but before the Bitcoin looking at 10,000, I think we are looking at 100 Bitcoin kind of withdrawal limit per day. So it's unlikely we'll hit the limit. So don't worry about that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And John, I hope that answers your question. Let me see. Okay, so Mervin is asking, when will you get the PSA for Singapore market? I mean, now you're under exemption, right? So what exactly does this mean? I think, yeah.
Yeah. Understand. So on the cryptocurrency regulations, there is a deadline until 28th of July last year to apply the license, right? So after that, the application will close, and only the exemption list, so those who are under exemptions can operate cryptocurrency business, and we are one of them. And this exemption, there is no deadline until MAS decided to end it or terminate it. If not, it will be ongoing until the crypto licensing is being finalized. Unfortunately, we don't know when is the timeline, right? So it's an ongoing motions until MAS finalize the final list. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Melvin. I hope that answers your question. Now, Peng Hong is saying that I have a fear of managing password. Is it possible to invest in BTC? Now, Peng Hong, I tell you, don't be like the programmer that I have shown just now on the slides, okay? So he have $292 million worth of crypto stuck in his thumb drive. Okay, let me show you. For those of you who don't take care of your password properly. Let me see. Okay, let me show the article here. I think never mind. This is article not so important. Yeah, so basically, his thumb drive have a security feature. If you try the password 10 times, it will wipe. And he has 7,000 Bitcoin inside. So can you imagine? He have tried 8 times already. So he had 2 more tries. 2 more tries, if he get it wrong, he can say goodbye to his 292 million US dollars. So please keep your password safe, right? Yeah, you have to find out how you can do that. Okay, let me move on to the next question. Okay. Okay, JK is asking, after buying Bitcoin, let's say from TKX, Tokenize Exchange, how to withdraw to a cold wallet?
Actually, to withdraw the cold wallet is quite simple because cold wallet, also constitute addresses, right? Like Bitcoin address. So you just need to copy the so-called your cold wallet, either Ledger or Trezor. You just copy it and paste on on our exchange. Then to withdraw out, which is the minus button. Then then the system will do the job already. Yeah.
Right. So JK is supposed to be quite straightforward. I think if you Google YouTube, you should be able to find some instructions on how to do that as well. So basically, according to what Chi has said, is that you just have to do a withdrawal. Your cold wallet, your hardware wallet will have an address for the respective crypto that it supports. You key the address into the Tokenize Exchange and say you want to withdraw to that address, and then after a short while, few minutes or few half an hour, the crypto will be withdrawn to your hardware wallet already. Okay, let me see. Okay, Xian An is asking, in the buy sell box, there is this percentage there. So what is that percentage for?
Oh, it's just a so-called what we call a hotkey or shortcut key that you can straight away press like 25%, 50, 75, or 100% of your available balance, like your available Sing dollars. So that, like for example, you want to buy, if you have 10K, you want to buy 5K, you can just click 50%, and immediately the system will calculate and populate for you. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, thank you. And Mock is asking whether you're planning to launch a crypto card in Singapore.
Definitely, we are very keen. We are just looking for the right partners to work with. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Akan datang.
Yes.
Okay, let me see. Okay, Vic is asking, how would the crypto holders be protected or reimbursed in the event that Tokenize is hacked? Or maybe another question could be that, you have that $100 million insurance. Now, what does it cover?
Understand. So the 100 millions insurance definitely cover, if there is a hacker able to penetrate our custody, and including a cyber theft or any sort of extreme situations, right? Then our investor definitely will got the coverage. But in another hand, also to say that for the insurance provider to able to ensure, right, the whole process and framework will be very safe, right? If not, the insurance agency normally won't take that risk to ensure our custody. So hope they can give confidence to the user, right?
Okay. I hope that answers your question, Vic. And let me see. Yeah, JK also asked a similar question about the thing. Okay, let me move on. So Peng Hong is asking, if we buy, who is the seller?
That's very interesting. But the this is like we can back to the exchange dynamic where where there is a buyer, definitely there's a seller, right? So we are operate as an exchange. Our job is to bring the buyer and seller together so that there is a buying and selling dynamic. Yeah. So hope that can answer his question.
Right. So that a little bit like stock exchange. You go there, you click.
Correct.
You also don't know who sell to you. You just put the you want to buy, and then somehow your order will get filled. So someone else is on the other side. Yeah. So okay. So let's move on. The next question comes from Catherine. She's asking whether she can buy other cryptocurrencies other than Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, how many cryptos are there in Tokenize?
I think we are looking around 25. Let me do a quick check. Yeah, but I think we are looking at 25, and our list will keep increasing. So definitely, Bitcoin and Ethereum is the so-called the first step to the crypto world, right? But after that, then it's a whole new rabbit hole. Like you can go as deep as you want, right? So we have, I think to date, let me just do a quick calculation. We are looking around 22, and I think the list will keep expanding more. So there are 22. I think that we are looking at 24. So there are few more that is not Sing dollars pairing, but I think we are easily looking 24 to 25 different cryptocurrency, and currently there are around 22 that can straight away trade with Sing dollars. Yep.
Okay, good. I hope that answers your question, Catherine. You can buy up to about 22 different cryptos if you want to diversify. Yeah, so but Bitcoin and Ethereum remains the most popular ones. Okay, so let me see the next question. May is asking, what fees or gas fee to transfer crypto to Trezor?
Understand. This unfortunately gas fee is not dictated by us. It's actually dictated by the Ethereum blockchain itself. So average, it can varies to as low as 0.01 ethers or less than that. But at the peak it can go as high as even 0.1. So it will be, if you just an analogy is like less than 1% of what if you are transferring 1 ether, and it can be as high as 10%, right? Depending on the network situations. So there is no fixed number for this. Yeah.
Right. Okay, cool. So that's we have reached the end of the questions at the moment. I still see people typing in questions at the moment. So while waiting for the questions to come in, and we have a bit of time left until 10. So maybe if I may request that Travis, maybe you can show us the crypto earn and how to make money part, and where what are the percentages that people can be looking at on how to make money on Tokenize. Can we do that? Can you
Yeah.
walk us through that part again?
Sure. Uh,
Right. So because Tokenize is both a platform where you can buy, sell, and convert between cryptocurrency, and they also have features where allow you to make money to grow the cryptocurrency that you kept with them. So now I'm just asking Travis to. I think the buy, sell, and convert is quite straightforward, but this how to make money, how to make the crypto that you already own. Don't just buy and hold, but make your crypto work for you. So I'm requesting that Travis in the next couple of minutes to show us, to bring us through how to make our crypto grow in Tokenize Exchange.
yeah. Can you guys see?
Yes. So let's
Yeah.
say, for example, I'm holding Bitcoin or I'm holding Ethereum, and then
Yes.
what do I do? So I start by transferring my Bitcoin from my hardware wallet or from another exchange to my tokenized wallet. That's the first step, right?
Yeah. So either like show you how you can buy just now, or you could have transferred it to this address. So when you have received, you can see the amount that's available. Then you just need to go to the earn tab, and very simply, so yeah, so over here there's a choice with or without. So if let's say you are unstaking with the 2000 TKX, you can just click deposit, which it shows you the interest. Let's say you guys are interested in Bitcoin, we will deposit, and then you can see the available balance you have and how much you want to deposit. So say you would like to deposit 0.1, and keep the rest for possibly like some short-term trading. So over here you can choose the option. Maybe you can put, for this one, yeah, you can either choose with or without, and whether you want to compound the BTC that you get back into the earn, because we pay it out monthly. It also depends on the withdrawal date, I mean, or deposit date. Yeah. So there's some nitty gritty details that you guys should take note and read, but we just roughly here to show you the whole process. So can either choose to compound interest or not to. So if you are holding long term, then you can just choose to compound and deposit it. So I'll just show you guys what happens when you deposit. So just click deposit and confirm. And over here, yeah, you can see these are all the previous times. It will show you each transaction that you deposit, the date, the APR, and whether you chose to compound. So as for the withdrawal period, right, for normal users, you only can withdraw it after you have put more than a month. So it's a little different. Over here you can see withdraw anytime flexi, but that is for our premium and platinum users, which you have to purchase the membership through TKX. Yeah. So over here you can see the amount of BTC that I just deposited, the date, as well as the interest. And maybe I'll show you an example of something that we deposited say last year in May. You can see like all the payments that was given out. So you can see the first one was slightly different amount, but after that it was all the same amount. So I'll roughly explain why. So as you can see, you deposited on the 27th of May. So when the interest was given out, we calculate based on like simple interest lah. So it's given out on the 1st of June. So it's slightly lesser because deposited just 3 days and it's June already. Yeah. So as for those normal users, when you, let's say, deposit that day, you only can withdraw on the following month, which is in July already, and not in June. Yeah. That's just very brief, but there will be some T&C that you guys, the users, will need to read before you actually click deposit. Yeah, Richard, maybe back to you. Any other questions?
Okay, you stay on the screen.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so I'll just ask questions from here. So coming from a traditional world, I mean, I understand what you just mentioned, right? So actually what is happening here, when you deposit in this crypto earn, that percentage APR, what does APR stand for?
Annual percentage return.
Okay, so then it's paid out to me. Can I look at this like a fixed D kind of thing? Flexible fixed D, crypto fixed D.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe I can take the question. Richard, yes and no. Yes is that, because for Flexi, if you need to go a bit of a higher dynamic, that you need to upgrade your membership. So there's another, dimension that I don't think we want to go
for
through
it.
today.
Normal user.
Yeah, so normal user, normally there will be a lockup of 30 days. And this 30 days is a bit, it means that when you participate, because the only withdrawal period for normal user is first week of the month. So when you go to, like, let's say next month, February first week, you want to withdraw, you need to ensure that you have accumulated 30 days lockup. So it's a bit complicated there, but the straightforward is that you will have a 30 days lockup needed for the crypto earn, right? So, and the interest that you see, so-called APR, is an annual per return, or annual year rate for respective. We are looking around 4% for normal user without staking PKX. So it will prorated with 12 months lah. So for Bitcoin, like 4% will be divided by 12, right? For each month, and it will distribute on the first day of the month. Yep.
Okay, so in short, means that for whatever day that you deposit, at least you got to put it inside this fixed D for 30 days, at least 30 days. And the day that they will pay you the interest is on the first week of the new month, right?
That's right, Richard. That's right.
Got it. Yeah. So, and then the interest is together with the principal will come out, is it? It will automatically come out?
No. So the principal will keep lock up until you withdraw it. You can withdraw it on the first week of the month. And if you upgrade your membership, you will enjoy Flexi. Means you can withdraw anytime. So you can withdraw anytime, but the interest will automatically credit to your exchange wallet. So by first day of the month. And withdraw is just capital, means you put 1 Bitcoin. So when you withdraw, you will withdraw that 1 Bitcoin. But and also when you withdraw, let's say you are using Flexi like today, you put at 1st of January, you withdraw today. So when you withdraw, it will be prorated with your prorated interest, right? So if you withdraw, if you continue like from 1st Jan, you roll up to next month, 19th of February. So by 1st of February, you will get the whole January interest, right? You automatically disburse to you to your exchange wallet. And by 19, let's say you say that, okay, Bitcoin usually suddenly go to 80K, and I think this is it, right? I think it cannot go further up. I want to sell my Bitcoin. So you withdraw it, then the 19 days of the February will prorated, credited to exchange wallet upon your withdrawal, together with your initial capital. Yeah, so that's how it works. Yeah.
And this percentage is not in the fiat currency terms, but in the number of coins term. Am I correct to say that?
Yeah, you are right. So
you get 1.04 after 12 months. You put 6 months, 1.02, for example. Okay. Yep, I see it.
Yep. So I think Richard highlighted one very good point, is that the interest is in crypto, and this is why last year the audience or your user or community that participate benefit a lot, right? Because the idea is that how you can accumulate more cryptos during the price stagnation period, and this strategy that they leverage on our tools benefit them a lot, where they got more crypto and the price appreciate these few months, right? So it's a double win situations.
Right. Just now, when Travis create the deposit in this crypto earn, there is an option to compound the interest. Is it?
Correct. That's right. So last time for our user to compile is a bit tedious, right? They have to sort of like sometimes after the interest is given to them on 1st of February, let's say, they have to withdraw. Then after that, together with the interest they earn, then they put back in. Then this has to be a recurring process every month. So we give some user a choice, right? That you can compound. With compound means that if you don't do anything, things will roll together with your interest.
Right.
Let's say you 1.000 something, then this 1.00 something after a month will continue compound, right? It will continue automatically roll over with the latest interest. So some of the user like this, but some of the user just want to sell consistently the interest they earn money basis, and they just want to roll with their principal. So we have I think we are the only platform that able to let user choose these two dynamic. Yeah. So some of the platform have either one only. Yep.
Right, I see. So for those that want to keep withdrawing, is just don't compound lah. But for those who want to buy and hold for long term and put it in there and don't want to look at it and want to compound for a long time, then they can grow instead of just buy and hold. They can at least earn interest and compound the interest lah, right? Through this feature.
Yes.
Right.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So this is good for people who likes the eighth wonder of the world. Which is compounding interest. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So this is one way. Now, what's the highest interest you have seen? So now I'm seeing like 4%. I can see 4%, right? So what's the highest you have seen on your platform?
I think at the early days, I think we are looking in 2019. The interest can easily look at 6%. If you stay with TKS, it's 8%. But that is when Bitcoin is below 10,000, right? So now with Bitcoin, aging almost 40,000, we are looking around 4% a year. But if you are able to stick with TKX, understand what is TKX, and acquire TKX, 22,000 of them, you are looking at 7%. Yep.
Right. So 7%. Yeah. Okay. So for those of you who buy and hold crypto, so you may want to consider putting a bit into Tokenize Exchange and compound, right? So okay. So other than crypto earn, is there any other product or service that helps your users to make money? Is there, or that for now it's only crypto earn?
We have still have a more sophisticated called dual earn, but I think this one not recommend for for beginner to go in because it will have a higher risk.
Okay.
But it's definitely a features that our community can look into it when they are more comfortable with crypto earn already. Yeah.
Understand. So for beginners, go with crypto earn. Then for advanced users, then go for what is that called? Dual earn.
Yeah, we have this thing called dual earn. Yeah.
Okay, understand. Okay, crypto earn first. Okay, understand. So let me see what are the last few questions, and then we can end the webinar tonight. So let me see. Trader 11 is asking how many accounts can a person open?
Yeah, it will be one user for one account. Yeah.
One user, one account, Trader 11.
Yeah.
Let me see. This okay. Mervin is asking, what are your trading fees?
Trading fees varies from normal tiering, which is 0.8%, to as low as 0.1%. Yeah.
Okay. And Lee or Li is asking, any risk for the depositor? I suppose it's for the crypto earn. Risk. What's the risk? Can I stand to lose my capital or not? Is it?
The risk.
Sure, get back my money.
No, I mean, if you put in the money right and you never use it, definitely you can get back the the principle. But of course, if you make any investment on the cryptocurrency itself, then it tag along on the asset lah. I think that's the idea. Yeah.
Let's say if we're talking about the crypto earn, let's say somebody go and open a 4%, whatever, and then he deposited, let's say 1 Bitcoin. Now,
Yeah.
does he stand to lose any part of that 1 Bitcoin or not?
Unlikely. Unless, touch wood, something bad happened to us. If not, there's no counterparty risk, then, we will definitely honor. And this program has been run for more than 2 years already. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I hope that answers your question now. Let me see. Okay. Mock is asking now, what sets you apart from other competitions in Singapore?
I think currently, according to our understanding, although most of the exchange, our peers, the idea is to access cryptocurrency, buy and sell cryptocurrency. But now every one of us have our unique propositions, right? Like for us, I think we are the only one that have crypto earn, and also we have DCA, the dollar cost average. So we, everyone has their strength, right? So it depends on what are the tools that you can leverage on us and amplify or optimize your return, your cryptocurrency investing or trading return. Yeah, that's the idea.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let me see. Okay, one more person typing a question, and let that be the last question. CN. So we'll wait for your questions as you type. And meanwhile, waiting for your question to be sent in, maybe I'll just ask Qi Yu one question, right? I'm very curious, what made you start cryptocurrency exchange? I mean, it's a very big endeavor, So yeah, what made you? What motivated you to do that?
I think 4 years ago I'm still very young, so I never think much.
Chiong first.
Now, yeah, like Chiong first, then it's a passion because I before that, since my final year in my uni, like 7 years back, 8 years back, I do a lot of trading and investing. It's like my passion also, and I work very hard, I trade very hard, and what I can get the return, for a month is like 20%. Is like my record high for a month already, right? Even with leverage. So after that, coincidentally, like 4 years ago, before I start Tokenize, I bump into cryptocurrency, and out of like I just literally just buy and hold and do nothing, and 1 month I see 100% and more kind of return. So that kind of experiences, really changed my life and made me very passionate and want to put more time to find out what is cryptocurrency and what's it, right? And I think that's how everything gets started, right? Then that time is so much pain. I remember I register an exchange, so hard to find an exchange that can accept my money even I want to buy. So I go through very, very tedious journey back then, and this is why I think there's always something for me to contribute back to the community, and exchange seems like the missing puzzle. So that's why I started the exchange. But apparently when I started, I think there are a lot of people also start exchange now. Become very competitive scene. But back then I can share with you, the audience here is that it's so hard just to buy even 1,000 or 10,000 kind of Sing dollars of cryptocurrency. So much work need to do just to get access to cryptocurrency. Compared to now, it's so easy. Yeah.
Right, and I really appreciate you for doing what you're doing, so that it make cryptocurrency more accessible to old people like us.
I think definitely we can do better. We still see a lot of feedback, and we really work very hard to hopefully can simplify the process. And when I think one day, if any age group also can access cryptocurrency easily in Singapore, I think we are there already. It's just like Grab, right? So everyone can grab. That kind of idea.
Yes, indeed. Okay, yeah, all the best to you. Okay, so the last question that came in from CN was, what is OTC?
That is another vertical, right? So there is these features where if you want to trade in terms of very high volume, like let's say we talk about 100,000 or a million, and you don't wish to experience some slippage, or you don't want to let retail to know that you are coming in to buy a big size, then you can leverage on our OTC service. OTC stand for over the counter, means that it's an offline kind of trading, between us and you, without affecting the exchange market or the spot market. Yeah, so hope they can answer. Yeah.
Right. In other words, if you want to buy or sell big amounts, 100K or more, you can go and talk to them separately under the OTC services. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's right, Richard. That's right.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, I think that is all the questions we have today, and the time is exactly at 10 p.m. So very thankful that of all the audience that stick with us till the end, both on YouTube live as well as in the webinar room. I hope today's session has been worth your time to kickstart your journey with a Singapore-based exchange, supporting these few Singapore entrepreneurs to open the crypto exchange account with them, and they are giving us 30 Sing dollars worth of TKX coin, and hopefully it will 10x or 100x if we hold on to it in a couple of years' time. So don't forget that this promotion is only available until the end of January. So if you do not have an account with them yet, so please go and open an account with them and collect this $30 worth of crypto or 10 TKX. And to Qi Yu and Travis, all the best to you, and very appreciate your time for sharing with us tonight as well. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Richard. Our pleasure, and really wish everyone all the best in your cryptocurrency investing and trading. Okay,
yep, thank you very much. Yeah, I look forward to have another session with you to update things as you continue on this journey of crypto. Okay, so take care,
sure.
and
take care.
everybody. Have a good week ahead.